Hey gang, hope you're having an awesome day. Ryan here, back again with your daily dose of Reddit drama, the good, the bad, and the downright petty. If these stories make you laugh, gasp, or rage with me, hit that like, tap subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss a new one. Alright, much love as always, let's get into it. Our first story of the day comes from a throwaway account in the relationship advice subreddit, and it says, I, 35 male, was caught using AI to write wedding vows and my partner, 34 female, walked out. What should I do? I, 35 male, recently had a wedding with my partner, 34 female. We've had a stable and happy relationship so far, and I love her more than anything in the world. The problem arose when it came to writing vows. Don't get me wrong, I love many things about my partner, but I couldn't figure out how to put them into tangible vows. I decided to use ChatGPT so I could have something well written and expressive to share at the ceremony. The thing about my partner is that she's very confrontational and no nonsense. If something annoys her, she immediately addresses it with no room for backing out. I also know that she's expressed disdain for AI in the past, but I didn't realize how far the hatred could go. I don't know how, but she immediately recognized that the vows were AI. After I had finished, she had this angry look and whispered to me, "Did you use AI to write that?" I was quiet because I couldn't believe she had noticed that, and she was choosing to address it while we were on full display for everyone. She then said that I either speak from the heart or she walks out. I literally couldn't get any words out, and she kept her promise and walked back down the aisle, much to all our friends and family's confusion. She's been ghosting me these past few days, which is atypical for her and honestly giving me panic attacks. Most people agree that calling off a marriage because of AI vows was an overreaction, and that maybe it was a sign that our relationship would have issues, but a few female friends have said that they would have done the same. I'm hurt and honestly just needed it to help make the day more special. Is it worth fixing? Edit. Okay, I screwed up. I didn't check this post for a while because I wanted more points of view instead of just getting torn to shreds. But I understand why the situation is worse than I thought it was. I've been trying to contact my partner's family to see if I can talk to her again, but apparently she's been staying out of state with her sister. I'm going to tell her when she gets back what I heard here and that I understand. I'm also going to write new vows without AI and bring her favorite flowers and snacks. I still want her to know that I love her and know her. I will post an update when I can. Thank you all, even if some feedback could have been a tad more nicely put. You know what blows my mind? This guy figured using AI for wedding vows was a solid plan. I mean, come on dude, you're about to make the biggest commitment of your life and you go to ChatGPT for heartfelt words? And it doesn't even stop there. He knows his partner hates AI, but he rolls the dice anyway. Seriously, what was the game plan here? Whisper sweet nothings borrowed from a soulless algorithm and hope she wouldn't notice? Oh my god, part of me wants to laugh, but it's just... I don't even know anymore. Are we serious right now? Like, who thought that was a good idea? And let me tell you something. The fact she called it out right there is actually kind of badass. But damn, dude, your vows couldn't even pass the vibe check in real time? Drop your thoughts below because I need therapy after this. Honestly, I hope it's worth fixing because that was a spectacularly bad call. A Reddit user says, expressive and AI don't go together. She was able to figure out it was AI because AI doesn't have the same tone as you. You outsourced how much you care about your partner to a machine, and you're upset she didn't like the idea. I want to say this is fake, but one glance at LinkedIn proves how using AI rots the brain and makes you incapable of critical thinking. A Reddit user says, I don't know why so many men, sometimes women too, but it's usually men, have this belief in the back of their heads that they have this overruling right with their female partner where they can just ignore or dismiss whatever she wants or prefers as long as he thinks he's got a better idea. Like, she's a child and he's the parent who knows better. Every day on these advice subreddits, dudes come in here like, she wanted me to buy this specific type of bread, but this other kind was cheaper, so I bought that instead. Why is she mad? She didn't want me to touch her puzzle boxes because she was afraid our kid would lose some pieces, but I thought it would be okay, so I gave him a puzzle. Now some pieces are lost. How do I make her see it's just a stupid puzzle? She has this precious memento from her childhood that I think is weird, and I couldn't take it anymore, so I threw it in the garbage. How do I get her to see it was the right thing? She wanted to buy a very specific dress for our wedding, but I see what I think is a similar dress on Temu for $30 and refused to buy anything but that one instead. How can I show her she's being irrational and that I'm saving her money? And now we have you. She told me explicitly multiple times that she hates AI, but I felt like it wasn't a big deal and that I needed it, so I used it anyway for my wedding vows. How can I show her she's overreacting? You don't, because she's not overreacting. You disrespected her majorly. You are not the victim here. You knew very well what her reaction to you using AI would be and did it anyway, because again, you thought you knew better and that she wouldn't find out. Again, like she's a stupid child and you're her parent replacing her dead goldfish before she gets home from school. She deserves better than to marry a man who thinks of her that way. She didn't want something that sounded perfect. She wanted something that sounded like you. Stuff like this is precisely why so many people are critical of AI in the first place. It causes people like you to turn human emotional connection into a chore that can be streamlined and replaced by a machine. That's not normal. It's emotionally and spiritually sick, and you need to self-reflect on how you got to this point. Someone says, I'm skeptical that most people told you that this is an overreaction. Let's see the vows. 2 months later, the OP returns with an update, sharing the latest developments in his situation. I honestly wasn't planning to do an update after all because of how humiliating this entire situation has been. I didn't want to give more of a reason for people to criticize me, but now that my story is posted on a popular YouTube channel, there probably won't be much of an escape route for me. There's no doubt people we know will find it now, so I wanted to give the short update everyone has been eager to get. I did what I said previously and told her about the Reddit post and how the replies gave me her perspective and that I was sorry. She ended up getting even more angry with me about posting our business, even though our names weren't mentioned, and that she couldn't believe I needed online strangers to tell me why I was wrong. Also, apparently my mom was texting her about paying back all the wasted wedding money and she used that against me too, which I don't think is fair. I have no control over what my family does. Snacks and flowers didn't do much. She refuses to give me another chance even after offering to go to couples counseling. So yeah, the wedding is never happening again. It's over. This has been the most horrendous time in my life. I've thought about giving up altogether. Meanwhile, she's posting about brunch with friends on her social media. Makes me wonder how she can move on that fast while I'm a wreck. People have accused me of not caring about her enough to write my own vows, yet the difference in our reactions to splitting up suggests the reverse. I hope you're all happy. Feel free to rub salt in the wound. I'm not coming back to this account. You know what blows my mind? How quickly things can spiral out of control with a simple misunderstanding or, in this case, a badly chosen shortcut. First off, using AI to write wedding vows? I mean, come on, marriage vows are supposed to be this beautiful, heartfelt exchange of love and commitment. I get that not everyone is Shakespeare, but leaning on tech to pen your promises? Who thought that was a good idea? But wait, hold on, because this part kills me. Things took an even bigger nosedive when OP decided to post the whole fiasco on Reddit thinking it'd help somehow. Really? You thought internet strangers would make it better? I can't even. And as if that wasn't enough, OP's mom pitching in with demands for the wasted wedding money. That kind of makes it a family affair. This is one of those everything that can go wrong went wrong moments. I feel for you, OP. It's a tough break when everything falls apart, and seeing her move on, posting about brunch with friends while you're there, left picking up the emotional wreckage, that's gotta hurt. But listen, if you're really sincere about wanting change, maybe use this as a rock bottom moment to genuinely rethink relationships and personal growth. Seriously, because right now, skirting accountability won't change a damn thing. And to everyone else out there, tell me I'm crazy, but sharing personal crap online rarely solves the problem. Drop your thoughts below. I need to know what everyone else thinks about airing out your dirty laundry for the world to see and if it truly helps anyone at all. A Reddit user says, coming here straight from the video is insane. By the way, original poster, this line absolutely took me out. Snacks and flowers didn't do much. Did you actually think it would? You're legitimately telling us that you, at 35 years old, actually thought you could solve the fact that she publicly left you at the altar in the middle of the ceremony by bringing her snacks and flowers? Honestly, that tells me everything I need to know. I bet you didn't even bring her preferred snacks and brought your own favorites. I had more to say, but it's clear you don't have the reading comprehension required for it to matter. So why bother? I can see why you needed AI's help. A Reddit user says, dude, paying back all the wasted wedding money and I have no control over what my family does gives me all the information to say this. She dodged a bullet. A Reddit user says, the difference in your reactions just says this was the final straw for her, while you were and still are clueless. The next story comes from a throwaway account in the Am I the A-hole subreddit, and it says, am I the a-hole for considering breaking up with my girlfriend for what her grandparents said? I know this sounds weird, but hear me out. I am posting this on an alternate account so nobody I know can find it. I, 22 male, and my girlfriend, 22 female, have been together for almost 2 years now. We met during Freshers Week at university and found out we were studying the same course. Our relationship has been running smoothly, and we rarely argue. The one problem that we have is to do with her boy best friend, who we'll call Alex, 23 male. Alex has been around for longer than I have. He has known my girlfriend for around 4 years now, and they attended high school together. I initially had no problem with Alex until he started making fun of my appearance and accent. For context, I am not a bad-looking guy. I am 5 feet 10 inches and have a decent build. I have been working out for just over half a year now, and I have good facial features. Alex has pointed out small things like the shape of my eyebrows, the way my hair gets messy. I have longer hair that can regularly get tangled up. And my accent, I am Slavic, and English is not my first language. For the most part, my girlfriend has defended me and called Alex out on his nonsense. But sometimes she will laugh at the things he says, particularly when he makes fun of my accent. This bothers me a lot as I struggled with my English for a few months before passing my IELTS and struggled to fit in when I moved here. I have brought this up to her and she apologizes but continues to do so. Now, on to the issue. My girlfriend and I recently went to visit her grandparents for the weekend. They are a pretty big part in my girlfriend's life. She was raised by them as well as her parents, and this was my first time meeting them. Her grandmother opened the door and greeted me with a hug and proceeded to say, "Alex, we've heard all about you." I instantly assumed it was a mistake. Her grandmother is old, so maybe it was a memory thing. And I corrected her and told her my name. She frowned and shook her head, sure that it couldn't be correct. The dinner was a bit awkward, as both her grandparents kept referring to me as Alex. My girlfriend kept on correcting them, and they looked confused. After the dinner, I politely asked my girlfriend why they continued to mix me up with Alex. She blew up on me, telling me they're old and struggle with memory loss. I apologized, explaining I didn't mean to insult anybody. I just wanted to know why they continued to refer to me as Alex even after correction. We left it at that and spent the night watching movies that her grandparents enjoyed. I was setting up the bed in the spare room for me and my girlfriend when I overheard her grandmother and her talking. My girlfriend was talking in a hushed tone about Alex. Her grandmother kept asking why she hadn't brought Alex along like she said she would. I couldn't hear my girlfriend very well, but she told her grandmother something came up, so she had to bring me instead. I was surprised, as we had this trip planned for a couple of weeks beforehand. I heard her grandmother asking how Alex was doing, and when they get to see him again. I am really confused. I asked my girlfriend about it in bed, and she insisted that her grandmother just struggled with memory loss and didn't know what she was saying. I asked if she had planned to bring Alex to her grandparents, and if so, I would have had no problem with it if she'd simply let me know. She blew up on me again, insisting I didn't understand her relationship with Alex. She called me a few petty names and told me to sleep on the pull-out couch. I reluctantly agreed and lay awake all night thinking about the conversation. Since then, my girlfriend has been more irritable and nothing I say makes her want to talk to me. She has been calling Alex regularly and refusing to tell me why she's so upset. This is deeply confusing me, as I didn't come across as insulting in any way. I have considered breaking up with her a couple of times, as this behavior is completely out of the blue, and her refusal to communicate properly is worrying me. Any advice? Would I be the jerk if I broke up with her? Edit. Thank you for the replies and helping me realize that this was never just about what her grandparents have said. My girlfriend's behavior is unacceptable, and I will be having a talk with her tomorrow, which will ultimately end in splitting up with her. I will post a short update tomorrow for anyone who is interested. A Reddit user says, "Not the a-hole. Stop apologizing and backing off whenever your girlfriend lies to your face and throws a tantrum to deflect from her obvious emotional cheating at the very least." OP responds, "Thank you for your reply. She has never really blown up on me before this instance, so I was shocked and didn't really know how to react. I didn't want to create a scene at her grandparents' house. I realized I could have continued to question her instead of backing off though." 2 days later, the OP returns with an update and says, "Hi. I am writing this in my car, and what just happened completely baffled me. For context, about a day ago, I wrote a post explaining that I had gone to meet my girlfriend's grandparents, and they kept on calling me Alex, her boy best friend's name. Upon asking my girlfriend about it, she got defensive and has refused to speak to me since. My girlfriend got off of work early and messaged me asking to come pick her up. This is the first time she has messaged me first in days. I agreed and drove to go pick her up. I waited in the customer section as she works in a bakery, and I noticed some of her coworkers giving me dirty looks. I brushed it off. When she got out, she was quiet. She got in my car with a huff and then asked if I could drive her to Alex's place, as he and some other friends were having a small gathering there. I admit this annoyed me. I told her flat out we needed to talk and asked her if she wanted to go to my place to do so. She told me anything I had to say, I could say it now. So that's what I did. I told her that her behavior over the past few days had been unacceptable. Her refusal to talk to me, how she blew up at me for just asking simple questions. This is where the conversation got weird. She told me that her grandparents had been waiting to meet Alex and that's why they got confused, which is much different from her loss of memory excuse in my earlier post. I asked her why she didn't just tell me that. She told me I wouldn't understand because I don't understand her relationship with Alex. I told her that yes, I do not understand her relationship with Alex, how she lets him insult me and how she carries on defending him. She told me that people over here make fun of each other and I wouldn't understand because my culture is different. What? I told her that regardless of my culture, I wouldn't tolerate the disrespect from her friend, and the lying has led me to believe she is no longer trustworthy. I told her I have given her zero reason to lie to me. She started crying and promising me that nothing was going on between her and Alex. I was stunned, as this isn't what I was implying at all. I asked her why she had said that, and she broke down and admitted that Alex had been pressuring her to leave me for months now, saying she deserved better than someone like me. At this point, I was done. I don't need this kind of drama. I told her to get out of my car and that we are done. She was crying and she begged me not to leave her, promised she'd cut Alex out of her life, and promised that their relationship was nothing but friendship. I said I didn't care, and I wanted no part in this anymore. Strangely, I didn't really feel sad ending the relationship. I actually feel pretty numb. Her attitude suddenly shifted. She hit my arm and told me I just didn't understand, and that Alex was right, she should have left me sooner, and so on. I just told her to get out of the car. She was still crying, and she slammed the door pretty hard and stormed off. Now she's texting me, apologizing, and promising we can work this out. I've had a couple of texts from mutual friends asking what happened, as my girlfriend sent them texts calling me controlling and toxic. Why would she want to get back together with me if she's telling our friends that? I put my phone on Do Not Disturb and am now writing this update. I don't feel sad right now, but maybe that's because I'm in shock. I wrote this update for the people who gave me the courage to leave this relationship. Thank you for all your advice. Edit. I told our mutual friends the story and shared the post with them. They said they always found her relationship with Alex weird. LOL. I also shared with them the text my ex-girlfriend was sending me. They were immediately upset that she was trying to play them for fools. None of my mutual friends have taken my ex-girlfriend's side yet. All of them have apologized to me for the unnecessary drama she was causing and said they were going to keep their distance. A couple of our friends, as we are a big group who did not reach out, have blocked me on social networks. Guess the trash took itself out. For now, I am feeling good. I have been hanging out with my cat and ordered takeout food. My roommate gets back from his parents' house tomorrow, so I will update him on the situation when I can and ask him to be there when my ex-girlfriend collects her stuff. As for my ex-girlfriend, I sent her a text message telling her to only contact me when she was going to collect her things. I muted her texts and calls and will only check again when she's due to come and get her things. Once that's over, I will block her. I'm feeling pretty good about my decision now. Thank you for all the comments. I will respond to as many as I can. I may have another small update on the weekend, as my ex-girlfriend and I are attending the same house party for Halloween. For now, take care and thank you to everyone who has commented or messaged me. A Reddit user says, share her text messages with your mutual friends. Let them know she wants to get back with you and you do not understand why, since you are so toxic and controlling. And stay away from her. She has too many red flags. OP responds, thank you. I will be staying away from her, and as for my friends, I plan to show them this post and my girlfriend's text once I am in a better headspace. I don't care what she tells her family or Alex about me, but I won't let her try to manipulate my friends. Someone says, you're not the a-hole. Unfortunately, it seems like she projected Alex to her family as her boyfriend. That's why her grandparents thought you were Alex. She has probably been having relationships with both of you. That coworker at her workplace giving you the evil BDI routine was probably Alex. You've made the right decision because she isn't trustworthy. And without trust, there can be no true relationship. Delete, block, and avoid her from now on. She's just not worth it. OP responds, thank you for this. I am blocking her once she's collected her stuff from my place. My roommate will be there as a witness. I haven't checked any messages or calls from her, as I have all her notifications muted now, and she's been blocked from my social media platforms. I have her number to let her know when she's able to come get her stuff. After that, I plan to never interact with her again. Okay, folks, what a roller coaster that was. Seriously, that relationship blew up quicker than a microwave burrito. I mean, first of all, can we take a moment to appreciate the bullet that OP dodged? I swear, it's insane how some people turn around and gaslight you like you're the one losing your mind. But you know what? It's done and dusted, alright? OP managed to slide out of that one unscathed, and with a little extra spice, cats and takeout. Now, that's self-care we can all get behind. Because, really, relationships should be about trust and honesty, not dodging friend grenades named Alex. And if your friends are all backing you up, you know you're on solid ground. Anyway, drop your thoughts below, folks, because I want to know if you felt that whirlwind of emotion too. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. You do not want to miss more crazy stories like this. Catch you in the next one.